Whoa, yeah, you're locked into the Kool with a K.
Yes, crew, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday. You know what time it is, it's time for the PeaPodcast. Here on the big bad Kool. The first PeaPodcast of the month. How is it October already? I'm getting them little Christmas tingles. Massive show, nothing but freshness as always, and we've got some special guests inside the studio today. One of my favourite labels doing absolute bits. We've got none other than Goldfat stepping into the mix later. And of course, we're going to have a little chin wag and a chit chat. You know what to do, 07999 000945 gets you through. Kick back, relax, we got the Ritz crew.
You're locked in to Kool with a K.
Yes, kick-starting the show with a bang. We've got two things still alive into this one. Sattel and Eja, Kool on Me, the instrumental mix. Big up Sattel, nothing but badness always. Sick producer. Out to the North Quarter. It's Sweetpea. We're warming up nicely. Keep it locked.
butterfly, baby. And when it's full power, I got no delay. I'm a butterfly, baby. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, the lush vocals of Emily Boyce. Out to Oversight on this one. This one, Butterflies. Gorgeous tune. Still loads to come in the show, including interview mixes from the Goldfat crew. Can't wait to chat to these boys in a bit. It's Sweetpea, it's the PeaPod cast. First one of the month. Liquid rolling flavours today.
Butterfly, baby.
trip up to Manchester the other week. Finally saw Warehouse Project. Big love to everybody that I saw up there. Big shout out to everyone at the archive. What a rowdy stage that was. Lovely to see Brian G. We got Jenna G out. Lovely to meet Slater. Big up Storm and Fly for smashing their set as well. Yeah, what a weekend that was. Massive shouts out going out to Tasha as well. I went to my first neighbourhood last week. Don't tell anyone, but I think I might be converted. Anyone that's been to Fold just knows what Fold's like, what a wicked pub that is. And my legs were absolutely dead by the end. All the stomping. If you're out and about this weekend, Saturday from 2 p.m. till 12 a.m. Pillars Brewery in East 17. Myself alongside Immerse, Agman Gora, Ascension, a whole heap of friends and family doing a food bank fundraiser. So if you're about, get yourselves down to the Pillars Brewery. And then the fun doesn't stop there. We're going to be heading to the castle for Heavy Sonics. None other than Ill Truth headlining. Woo.
Kool the K.
Impeccable Charlie Bricks on the vocals for QZB. That one, Overdrive. QZB's long-awaited LP is on the way. Try and say that fast 5 times. Big shouts to Critical every time. Long time coming. I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of it. Into this one, Akala Dre. We got Transparent Audio, always coming with the goods. This one, Axel. Little over half hour, we're going to get into a mix and a chat with the Goldfat crew. Our special guest today on the PeaPodcast. So first PeaPodcast of the month is Sweetpea. It's Kool with a K. absolutely coming correct this month. That last one, Monty and Visages. Into this one, Alex Perez and the Legends Galaxy. You can catch Galaxy on Kool. The show was yesterday with special guest REQ50 Shogun mentee Charis. Wicked show. Check out the archive if you haven't listened already. And Atlas Free on 1985 will be out soon. Hope you're enjoying the show. Still loads to come. Nothing but freshness. The PeaPodcast, first one of the month. We got guests rolling. Big shouts to everyone getting in touch. That all important number 07999 000 945. And of course, if you've missed anything, go check out the archive on the Rinse app or rinse.fm. We got you covered.
every day, obstacles in the way. Happiness has to be paid for, we're led astray. Creating with all these pitfalls can take it strain. If money's something you live for, then make it rain, then make it rain. Or maybe something or something's to maybe ease the pain, to ease the pain. And maybe pointing fingers isn't how we place the blame. Or maybe we're just searching for a place to stay. Every day, obstacle in the way. Happiness has to be paid for, we're led astray. Creating with all these pitfalls can take it strain. If money's something you live for, then make it rain, make it rain, make it rain.
You heard tunes from Spy, Survival, Trex on Metalheads, big up. Part of Kool on the remix for the Vanguard project, big up all the Spearhead crew. Into this one, Genic, brand new LP out on Dispatch. This one, Tedious. Gonna roll out some more tunes in about 10-15 minutes. Gonna have a chat with the Goldfat crew, then they're gonna get into the mix for the rest of the show. Of course, if you've missed anything, get over, listen to the archive, rinse.fm, or download it on your phone. It should be on there already. Shout out my girl Catherine Brenner and DLR on that first one. DLR's album is out very, very soon. Also, the reschedule event in Bristol is going to be happening in November. Keep an eye on my socials and I will keep you updated with that. been a month since these bits came out. Appreciate anybody that's been supporting the music. This one out on Overview last month. This one is Drips featuring MC Sass. We're working on some new music. Shouldn't be too long.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures to terrorize your neighborhood. Terrorize your neighborhood.
in to Kool with a K.
Yes, crew. Hope you enjoyed that. It's the PeaPodcast with myself, Sweetpea, here on the one and only Kool FM, live from London. Kind of live from London. It's the first show of the month. It's October. We've got some guests rolling through the studio. Very, very happy to introduce my next set of guests. Are a crew that I've known for a little while now. A crew that I highly respect and have been wanting to get on the show for a minute now. We've got Goldfat in the studio.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Hang on, just double check that mic.
Good evening.
There we go. Okay, we got some.
Easy.
Just gotta make sure. Let me just get into my little position here. Welcome. How are you, gents? Thank you so much for coming. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. Pleasure to be here. All good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
How's your week been? Sorry, we're sharing one mic as well, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm going to pass it.
We're going to be doing tag in, tag out. How you been? How's your week been?
All good, mate. Really happy to be here. It's
Thank you.
Grew up listening to Kool FM and finally I'm here about 20 years late. But it's all good. Happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Lovely. No, not at all. No, I've wanted to get you on the show. I know some of my previous radio shows as well. I've been wanting to get you on for ages. So the fact we can make it happen here on Kool is means the
Very
world.
Cool.
So Goldfat. You started in 2015. Am I right?
Ooh.
Ish.
What are we now? 2023.
2023.
I think so.
Is it nearly 10 years of Goldfat already?
Yeah, but it was kind of like a false start because we didn't fully get into it till about 2020.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so really in my head I look at it as like 3 years.
Okay, 3 years old.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that sort of early days. Like what made you want to start a label? Like how did Goldfat start? Where did Goldfat start? Why did Goldfat start? Yeah.
I mean, originally just a platform for me to put out tunes, to be honest. It was just
nice.
It was self-focused. It was just like, I want to put some music out. I'm just going to do it myself. Being a designer as trade, I used to be, meant I could do artwork and stuff. So I had most of the bases covered, I think.
Yeah.
That's why I started it, really.
Yeah.
But that was a bit of a false start because, like I say, that's like 2015.
Yeah.
Before, obviously, I signed to a few other labels, but originally that was its purpose. Now it's basically the opposite. I'm only just back on it.
I think when Johnny first started the label, principally just to release his own music, and then very quickly other things started happening. Shogun started happening, Hospital started happening. So we kind of went, oh yeah, whatever. Like, step back.
Let you do that stuff.
We just weren't really pursuing it like that. In truth, it's only really, I think it was just the end of 2019 or coming up mid 2019, and we were kind of like, let's go back to Goldfat. Let's refocus. So we did the Andy Scopes release.
Yes.
Which was like the first release. Yeah. Andy Scopes is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Amazing producer.
Yeah. Great
lovely
talent.
Guy. So we did that as a first release, really, after sort of 2-year hiatus, maybe.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got Pixis in, and we did a Pixis release. Then quickly we got
Great
Winslow
producer.
in.
Yeah.
And we just kind of, weirdly, the pandemic happened as well.
Yeah.
And everyone was not working and whatever. And we just kind of went full steam ahead and started to forge our own little community.
Yeah.
I
do feel like you've grown massively as just like a community and a crew, certainly in the last few years. I feel like I mean, like when you said like with the sort of relaunch, if you like, so to speak, sort of back then, I do feel like it's just been a constant sort of projection upwards.
Yeah, I feel like we've gone at it, so like we've really given it some attention in the last few years, so that's really helped, and having the artists we've had all coming through at that similar time,
definitely
giving it that community feel.
So you were just talking about sort of like crews and stuff. Was it you two? Did you two start it initially? Was it you, Johnny, at the beginning?
I think it's just me.
Yeah.
I think
so like,
Grant
who's your team now?
Quite quickly.
Yeah.
With A&R and my stuff. Yeah. Grant was actually moving on. I remember that. It still is just me, Grant, and now we have Sheza, Lucina, who looks after social media. But it still is just us three. I mean, we got Marissa Pixis, who helps occasionally, but generally, we're quite a small team.
Yeah, tight knit crew.
Still is very tight knit. Yeah. We get a lot of artist help from our own artists, so you know, having that kind of community feel really helps.
Because I think one of the important things we try to do with our artists is give them a feeling of ownership. Like they're not just a commodity to be juiced for a 2-week period. Like I'm genuinely interested in trying to help people grow. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
totally.
difficult. We're doing this as a project outside of our own busy careers.
Big up all the
responsibilities.
full-time, part-time workers
Hey,
and
you
doing
know-
music as well.
You know what it is because you work hard, right? But you know, so yeah, it's just trying to and giving people the space to grow as well. Not needing like the finished product.
Yeah.
You know, like because it's like you can easily go out there and try and pay someone who's already established to do your remix and that kind of route. But I would rather kind of find people to grow with. To be honest,
Definitely.
you know?
And I think that's what's missing in a lot of like labels and just sort of, I guess, how the scene is now to how it was, call me a beamer, whatever. It's just like there was that sort of internal progression with artists before, but now it's a little bit like, oh hey, you've got a tune, I'll put it out, cool, see you later kind of thing, rather than like you said, the growth and like helping artists grow. And I think you see that with a lot of artists on your labels. I hope you don't mind, I don't mean it in a horrible way, but I see you as a feeder label. There's a few feeder labels in the scene, you know, which are you find these great artists and then they then go on to release with bigger bigger labels and just have their own kind of story.
Like
and
how football clubs work with feeder teams.
Well, there you go.
I feel like we're Southampton feeding Arsenal, but
hope you don't mind me saying that.
No,
with
it's
the
absolutely
most
fine,
respect,
and we're just totally happy for everyone that we want everyone to progress. We want everyone to do amazing because everyone gets dragged up. So it's not like, oh, look at that. It's like everyone will benefit in a way. We still work with artists and they'll still come and do events with us.
Yeah, definitely.
And they'll bring their, new status, whatever you want to call it, and that will benefit everyone. So
Yeah, totally.
it's all for the good.
Yeah.
It all works out. Obviously, every now and then there's a little bit of you that's like, fuck. But what can you do? You can't hold anyone back.
No,
it's like
of
we don't
course.
have exclusive contracts or anything like that. It's rolling
just you
release
lot.
by release.
Yeah.
So the guys that are with us just want to be with us.
So I've got a little question for potentially budding producers that are listening to the show. A lot of questions I get asked and just in general is about how to send music to labels and things like that.
Sure.
As A&R people, as label heads and label people, what are you looking for when you're going through the demo box?
Do you know what? Johnny did a really good, nifty little 3-minute video. He likes to do those little videos, and you kind of, and it was like, you got rid of that one already. He did have a really nifty video that was like how to approach record labels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty simple, really. Like, firstly, know who you're speaking to.
Yeah.
And don't, miss pitch. Like, don't try and sell us like an album of tech bangers when that ain't really what we do. Be an able communicator. Come across nicely. The thing is, I'm not just judging the tunes. I'm judging the artists as well. I'm looking at the artists, and I'm considering growth. And you don't necessarily need that from everyone as well. I don't need everyone to be like gunning for the stars.
Yeah.
But you want some people to have that kind of ambition and fuel behind them as well. But it's just basic stuff. It's like when you go for a job interview, you want to come across well, so you present your best self. And it's the same in this scenario, like show some interest in the label. Like, don't just approach a label blanketly when they're not really on your vibe, you know, like. And you have to, principally, like in every area of life, you have to build relationships and work with people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I might get, I'm not the easiest pass, like a lot of people might presume we're a liquid label where they can send liquid, we're just going to sign it.
You've released some naughty tunes though. No, not a liquid. That Athena, one of the first Athena tunes I heard was like some half-timey, steppy track. Big up Steve Counterculture, that last one, absolute banger. I've been playing it out so much. Like,
me and Johnny both got different tastes and come from different spaces, and we kind of we meet in the middle, as it were. We have to agree on every release, right? So there might be some tunes I'm like, we need to do this, and there might be other tunes where vice versa. Johnny would be like that with me. But you have to enjoy what you do as well, and we do enjoy what we do, and I do like enjoy listening to music. But when artists approach me, kind of know who you're talking to, know who you're pitching to, And like I say, in a job interview, you don't go in and go, you try and present
common courtesy.
Common courtesy. You try and present your best self,
course,
and I'm a grown up. I'm not young in this thing, so I kind of want that as well.
Yeah.
All I wanted to add is just don't send WeTransfer links. That was it.
Thank you. High five on the no WeTransfers. I talk about this all the time and still get sent it.
I ain't downloading that. It's not happening.
Nope, I'm going to let that expire. One thing that I just absolutely love about you as a label, along with your just ethos and how you sort of like run the label, is you are constantly bringing through and pushing through new talent and really just incredible artists. You know, obviously Athena was one of our EQ50 mentees. Note is gone on to do some fantastic stuff with like North Quarter. Counterculture is probably one of my favourite new artists coming through.
Sick.
Massive props to him. He's such a good producer. Pixis, again, that track with Shady Novell is probably one of my tracks of the year recently. Fantastic track. I guess when you're, I don't know, what I'm trying to say is sort of, is that at the forefront of you know, what you're doing? I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but is that at the forefront of what you do when you're like, right, we need to find new talent? Or is it just what happens? Like, is it just I
mean, we rarely these days scout for new talent, I suppose, because we've got like quite a good roster that we just work with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because we're all in the dirt together, really.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's just different shades of dirt. Like, there's not that much in it between, however you want to call it, bottom to top, really, within one music genre. Obviously, there are exceptions.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure, because we don't go like searching. We get obviously lots of music from new artists, and that's kind of how we had to start, because we couldn't just go and like cherry pick tunes from established artists. We had to work with new artists, and we just have never changed that, really.
Yeah.
I suppose we've just carried on doing that.
Yeah.
And artists have grown, so we've all grown together, the label
definitely.
and the artists. So
it's really nice seeing the roster, I guess, now.
Yeah.
Like, you see the same names kind of pop up with a release.
They do, yeah.
And you've got a little crew now, which is really, really nice.
That's what
to
I think.
see.
So it's a pretty solid crew, and we've all grown together. So it's just, I think it's good.
Love it. You've recently had your Full Fat LP, which of course is one of my favourite albums to come out. I always look forward to hearing that. Yeah. Have you got any more projects or exciting Goldfat bits on the way you could talk about?
I mean, we don't have any sort of compilation stuff. Compilations are always a bit like, is some music gets lost, and it's nice to be able to touch different bases, but it's not always great for the artist. We try and keep it, when we do VAs, we try and keep it to kind of quite a slim picking, so that we're not doing like 55 tracks and here are your tracks here. Otherwise, apart from that, what's going on with Goldfat? Well, you might have noticed we've done a couple of garage tunes. Johnny did one earlier this year.
Big up Genesis.
Called Mutton Lane.
And there's one out tomorrow.
There's one out tomorrow,
that.
called Healing Voices.
Hearing Voices.
I forgot for a second.
Hearing something.
Okay, there's another one out tomorrow. You mentioned Counterculture. He had a track called Bosco. I don't really know if that's garage or what, but we loved it, and we did the EP we did a release with Dion as well, who's a young vocalist from Nottingham. He's an amazing talent. We've been working with him for a few years at events and stuff.
Yeah. Was it the Prospect? Perspective.
That was right.
Great tune.
He first appeared on that, and we did a release with him, and we did like one track was kind of like a spoken word thing with like a Kool kind of laid down
Love Kool. Yeah.
A bit of sound. I don't know what it is. Not a beat. It's because he wasn't spitting on a beat. But so we're definitely trying to expand on our taste of growing up in UK culture, bass culture.
Yeah.
Johnny loves his garage. I love jungle. We're trying to draw little bits of it in, and we would like to definitely expand on that, maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the because for such a long time drum and bass and jungle was just like, here's an EP, it's just going to be drum and bass. And in the last few years we're seeing obviously a lot more people are touching dubstep a bit more. You've got the kind of drum and bass producers producing really technical dubstep now. The garage has been really pushing through. It's lovely to see that people are, and ambient stuff as well. It's really nice to see that on an EP or an LP.
I mean, I think that's come from the youth pushing that through, to be honest, not being afraid to experiment with multiple genres as the same artist. Yeah. Like a lot of the younger gen just think that's normal. Yeah. And to be fair, that's good. Like, there are lots of albums in history that are like that, so there's nothing wrong with that. And everyone else is obviously thinking, oh, okay, maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing.
Nice. I know you said earlier you weren't sort of technically a Liquid label per se, all the way through. It's been nice to see. There's been a lot of conversation on the internet recently, on Twitter especially, just about, about sort of, I guess, in less than many words, like where Liquid's gone. And there's a lot of people, not necessarily where it's gone, but because Liquid isn't at the forefront at the moment.
Not in vogue.
Yeah, it's sort of like, I feel like there's, obviously you got, Fabio's little thing going on soon. He's doing his album. There's just little pockets of like, people pushing Liquid to come back. Do you think Liquid is going to come back around soon?
I'm not sure. In what way? Like in...
Just come back forward a little bit, I think. I don't know. I guess the big sort of bashy dance floor stuff has really taken over.
I mean, you're right about that. But some of those tunes clearly have big essences of Liquid, soulful in them. Even some of these super bait ones you see on TikTok that do 50 million streams. Yeah. There's clearly like you can see where it's come from.
Yeah. 50 million streams and 50 seconds long.
Do you know what I think a lot of this as well has to do with how we consume our music, and festivals is obviously a new thing. Right. To be honest, I've hardly been to any festivals. So I'm still acclimatizing to this festival thing. I grew up in Clubland, and I think in Clubland, I used to go to nights like Speed or Swerve. Yeah. And you'd see like how that side of the scene, the more musical side of the scene, operated in those environments. And also I'm a big fan of GLR, Good Looking Records. Yeah. So I mean, I really love kind of like atmospheric stuff. And like Johnny said, mostly the principal theme of everything we try and do is it's just got to have a soul to it. Even whether that's like the counterculture banger. For me, that tune still has soul.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, and I was just going to add on that festival front, like if you're a punter and not an artist, you've got to have like a grand, right, minimum to go and do one of those things. Yeah. When you think what demographic has a grand to just throw on a random festival in Europe, what kind of music do you think they're going to be into? It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, there for a certain demographic.
Yeah. No, I hear
Most of us can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to be able to throw a grand at a festival.
Like I've been as a guest or as an artist, and that's great. But would I go as a punter?
Yeah. No,
I wouldn't be able to afford it first.
Yeah, of course.
But
I hear
would
that.
I
hear that.
Probably not.
So you said, actually, Mike, have you got any, because I know obviously we want to talk to you a little bit as a producer, just quickly. Obviously, I know you do your stuff with Goldfat. You quite notably had the Hospital album. You've recently had a track with Shogun. Was it 2?
Yeah, it was 2 albums,
and with Shogun recently as well. So have you got any more projects? And I guess although you've got Goldfat as your little baby, how important is it for you as Mike Kiss to also get yourself out there as well? Yeah,
I mean, I'm fully committed to Goldfat now. Most of my tunes will be Goldfat. Going forwards, I mean it already kind of is the case. There's like the odd tune now, but generally it will be Goldfat. There are times where I think like there are certain opportunities that come up on other labels, and obviously certain people have reach or they have different DJ lists and stuff. You think, okay, it'd be good to put out a tune with them just to keep like in those circles. So from a marketing point of view, that it kind of makes sense. But generally speaking, I may as well do it myself. I'm a big believer in self-release anyway. Yeah. I'm not even...
DIY is the way to go.
It's weird because we run a label, but I'm quite anti-label, so it's a bit of a weird one, because if I had any advice to new artists, I'd be like, why do you need a label? Unless you can tell me why you need a label, put it out yourself. Like, unless labels bring something to the table, not distribution, that doesn't count. Not artwork, really, that doesn't count. It has to be like links or network. Of course, That's what it's about. So I feel like we give that to artists. We have a good network of people we know and we always speak to, and we give everyone opportunities that way. Yeah. So there is value coming to Goldfat, but generally speaking, if the label's like, oh yeah, we'll put it on Spotify, it's like, oh thanks.
And also, I think DIY is how all of this started, and how all of these big major labels got big in the first place. If you think about it from a sort of a producer's point of view, the major labels have already got their crew that they release from. Also, so the best thing that you could do, and especially if you want to like play out more and put events on, just get like 10 of your friends together, split the cost. You're all putting in what, 10, 20 quid. 30 quid, whatever. And
I mean, even the major artists are doing it now. Jessie J the other day left, I can't remember the name, but it's one of the biggest in the world. She left her label and to do her own thing. So
see, people are realising that independent is the way to go.
Hold on, I can just go on TikTok, put my tune up and get 100%. So yeah.
No, I love that. All right, guys, I legit could just sit here and chat for hours. We're going to wrap it up there. Mr. Porter, are you going back to back? No, Mr. Porter, you're going to get into the mix for us. Where can everybody find you on the internet, interweb, on the socials, all that jazz?
Pretty much Goldfat or Goldfat Records.
Lovely.
On everything.
And you've got some lovely merch out as well. Your hoodies are looking. I was eyeing them up the other day.
I will have to sort you out one.
Thank you, love.
But also, potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got an event coming towards the end of November. But keep your eyes on social. Come follow us on socials for the announcement. Looks like it's going to happen, so that should be a good one. And it's going to be a full Goldfat affair in London. So yeah, we're doing our own thing, DIY.
Lovely. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kool crew, you're going to be... Mr. Porter's going to take you through for the rest of the show. Again, I've been wanting to get the Goldfat crew on my radio show for absolutely ages. So thank you so much, gents, for coming. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Kool FM, you're in for a treat. Mr. Porter in the mix. Get your shouts in 07999 000 945. The P podcast with Sweetpea, here every other Thursday, 3 till 5. Keep it locked.
Take one of the alleys. You don't understand. I got a family. I got a right to let him see me. Keep driving.
Yes, Goldfat in the mix. It's the P podcast, Kool FM, live from London. Hope you're enjoying the show. 25 minutes left. Get in touch 07999 000 945.
piano.
changes, the bass drum changes around, but it still maintains that integrity and drop it and then
huge shouts out to Mr. Porter. What an absolutely wicked mix. Massive love to the Goldfat crew for passing through Kool today. Absolute dream come true, actually. Thanks, guys. Great chat. Legit, we could have just chatted for the whole show, but maybe I need to start an actual podcast, not a PeaPod radio show. Putting the drum and bass world to rights. Massive love to everybody that's been locked. If you've enjoyed the show, I'll be back in 2 weeks. It's the PeaPodcast Deeper Sessions. Special guest, none other than AKO Beats' own Stretch. It's going to be a good show. Make sure you lock in. And of course, if you missed anything, head over to rinse.fm, the Rinse app. Check out the archive. Gonna let this one roll out, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Peace out.
Whoa, yeah, you're locked into the Kool with a K.